What's up, guys? Jordan Bain here, Chewin the FAQ, frequently asked questions. Episode 3. We haven't done one for a little while, so I thought it might be a good time to get back on and start talking some shit again, basically. So today we're going to be talking about real estate in the metaverse. Firstly, many of you may not even know what the hell the metaverse even is. And look, to be completely transparent with you, I think most people are still trying to get their head around it a little bit. Certainly I'm still trying to get my head around it. It's a very, very new spoken language. Web 3.0 is another term that's been very, very loosely thrown around. So I'll give you a very quick understanding from my perspective. Again, I won't be able to elaborate too much on it, mainly because my dialogue and language around it probably isn't quite up to scratch yet. But obviously it's a pretty, a common thing that's used, or pretty common word that's being thrown around at the moment. So I thought I'd give a quick update on what I think and how I think real estate will evolve into the metaverse. So again, very early days, but essentially the best way for me to help you understand what it is, and for any experts out there on the metaverse, don't quote me on it. This is a quick disclaimer. This is my opinion. This is not necessarily true facts, but the metaverse, essentially it's going to be Web 3.0, as I said before. So really the reality of it's going to be is it's probably not going to really come to fruition for another 5 or 10 years dominantly. I guess how it's probably going to start is it's going to probably evolve from how most people use things like group chats. Everyone's using group chats at the moment, or WhatsApp groups. I think it'll be a common place where people can go and connect. Ultimately, again, my immediate understanding of it is you're going to need some goggles, some VR goggles for it. Obviously they will evolve over the next 4, 5, 6 years, I think, as well. Obviously there's plenty of plays in the game in regards to those goggles. I think Apple will really come in and have a product that's virtual reality based as well. They haven't released anything yet, but obviously Apple being who they are, I certainly think they will. Google, I think, bought a product Facebook actually bought a product from someone. I can't remember exactly what they're called. I think it's called Quest. Quest is a virtual reality goggle product, and obviously they're trying to be one of the early adopters on that. So essentially, to summarize where I'm going with this, the important thing to mention first and foremost is that you will need some goggles for it, whether they're just normal glasses by the time you start using it, or you go out and buy the full headset goggles that wrap around your head. Either way, you will need the goggles to use it. Again, to give you a quick understanding of what I believe the metaverse will look like, I think it's going to start as a bit of a mix between, the regular group chat, and it's almost going to be like a bit of a gaming experience. I'm not a big gamer personally, but I think if you ever play any video games, Xbox, PS stuff, there's like an environment or like a little ecosystem that you play your games in, right? Now, that's basically where you'll go. Now, everyone's got like bit emojis, right? The bit emoji through text messaging, or I know Snapchat's got bit emojis as well. So you can kind of create your own little profile on what you look like, and then obviously people can see your character version of that. Okay, so essentially what you'll probably do is everyone will have their own little character that either looks like them, or you can get a fantasy type character, of course, as well. You'll obviously slip on your headset or slip on your glasses or goggles, jump into your little ecosystem. Your friends will be there, your colleagues will be there, your family will probably be there as well. So my camera's just dropping a little bit here. So essentially that's the summary of what I think it'll look like. Now, how will real estate apply to that? Again, you'll probably be able to, the same ways you can buy crypto and NFTs at the moment. Again, if you don't know what NFTs are, I'm not going to dive into that now. Go and do your own research in your own time, of course. But essentially, you'll be able to go in there and purchase real estate or purchase property in one way or another, and then your friends can come and visit you in your property, okay? So again, it sounds absolutely ludicrous at the moment. I agree with you, But again, if we were to rewind 20 years ago, the concept of Facebook and Snapchat and how people communicate, TikTok, things like that, would have been absolutely surreal to us back then, right? So if we were to fast forward 10 years from now, I am a firm believer that the main way people will communicate will be through the metaverse in one way or another. Again, I'm only guessing at the moment on how I think it's going to look, and I'm giving my assumptions on what I think the real estate landscape will look like in the metaverse. But that's pretty much it. You know, you'll be able to go in there, you'll probably be able to purchase property, you'll be able to upgrade that property. Sims, there we go, that's probably a good one. Anyone's played The Sims back in their day on Windows 98? If anyone's played The Sims before, pretty much look at it like that, right? But you'll have your own character that's you. So it'll be Jordan Bain in my Sims created property. You'll have to obviously pay to upgrade that property, of course. You'll be able to buy NFT art that you can put into that property. But essentially there will be real estate inside the metaverse at one stage or another. Now, where does real estate come, or where do real estate agents come into it? Essentially to build that that property inside the metaverse will have to be done by developers, okay? But even in today's day and age, if you go into a brand new housing estate, which has been developed by developers, the developers don't sell those properties. They build the properties, or they obviously subdivide the land or whatever they need to do, and then they go and employ a real estate agent to sell that particular property, right? I believe a very similar thing will apply in the metaverse. Once the metaverse has been created, and at the moment it is in its absolute infancy. Okay, so it will evolve over time, and obviously at the moment the likes of Facebook and things like that are obviously trying to find more developers, and they'll basically be relying on the public to help them create the metaverse, right? Facebook and the social media platforms can't create that on their own. They need people, they need developers to actually get in there and help them create what their vision actually is. So essentially, developers, not being salespeople or service-orientated individuals, what they'll essentially do is they will develop the property. And then, again, I'm a firm believer that eventually there will be a requirement for real estate agents to come in, digital real estate agents to come in and help sell that property. There will still need to be a service-focused individual to help offload that property, right? And again, obviously, once you own the property, you can obviously then renovate it or upgrade it or whatever else it might be. You'll be able to buy different wallpaper, different paint. So my camera's dropping like crazy here. Different paints, different art, different furniture, of course. You know, and obviously you'll probably pay different levels for where your property is, what your view looks like, things like that. Again, I'm simply guessing at the moment, just trying to give you a bit of an idea on the concept. Just a quick disclaimer again, I haven't done a huge amount of research on it, only a little bit so far. And I do firmly believe this is going to take a long time to actually get going. Okay, I'm recording this on the 13th of January 2022, but if we were to fast forward to the 13th of January 2032, it's going to be a completely different beast, okay? So again, certainly recommend going and doing your own research, check it out, comment below with what you think it's going to look like. I'm always curious to know what people's thoughts are on it. But yeah, that's my take. That's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you soon.